Hey, I'm Alexa, and today I'll be talking about the Fragile X syndrome. First off, what is the Fragile X syndrome? Basically, it's a genetic condition that can cause many developmental problems and learning disabilities. This includes a delayed development of speech by age 2, anxiety, and hyperactive behaviors, such as fidgeting and impulsive actions. People with Fragile X syndrome may have a difficulty staying attentive for short periods of time, or difficulty staying focused on a specific task. Most males with Fragile X syndrome will have mild to moderate intellectual disabilities, while only 1/3 of females will. How does it occur? Most cases of Fragile X syndrome are caused by a mutation in which a DNA segment known as the CGG triple repeat is expanded within the FMR1 gene. The FMR1 gene provides instructions for making a protein called the FMRP. This protein plays a large role in the development of synapses. Synapses are specialized connections between nerve cells and are critical for replaying nerve impulses. Just a little bit earlier I mentioned the CCG triple repeat. This is where a DNA segment is repeated more than 200 times, when it's only supposed to be repeated 5 to 40 times. This expansion turns off the FMR1 gene and prevents it from reproducing the FMRP. When the FMRP protein is not able to reproduce, it disrupts nervous system functions and leads to the signs and symptoms that I mentioned before. How is the Fragile X syndrome inherited? Basically, in a nutshell, you inherit the Fragile X syndrome from your parents. But if we are to dive deeper, which we are, you'll find that it's inherited in something called the X-linked dominant pattern. A condition is considered an X-linked dominant pattern if the affected gene that causes the disorder is located on the X chromosome. The X chromosome is one of the 2 sex chromosomes. Females have 2 X chromosomes and males have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y. For females, a mutation in one of the 2 copies of genes is sufficient enough to cause the disorder, whereas in males, the disorder can only occur if there is a mutation in the 1 copy of the gene. So, if you were to inherit the chromosome with the mutated gene from either your mom or dad, then you will show signs of the Fragile X syndrome. Now, I know that was a lot to take in, so let's review the important parts. First, the Fragile X syndrome causes a wide range of problems, including learning disabilities and hyperactive behavior. It is inherited from your parents. What causes this syndrome is a mutation in the FMR1 gene. Basically, what happens is a DNA segment is repeated too many times, and what this does is prevent the FMR1 gene from creating a protein that is essential to the development of synapses. Nervous systems become disrupted, and that eventually leads to the Fragile X syndrome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you can walk away from this video and know a little bit more about the Fragile X syndrome.